everybody, welcome back to our maths home learning videos. This is video 2 of this week, the 11th of May. We're going to be carrying on looking at perimeter today, but we're going to start off by doing one of our flashbacks, see if we can remember some of our maths learning from earlier in year 4. Okay, so here are the flashback 4 questions for you to have a look at. So there's 4 questions there for you to have a go at, and then don't forget you've got the clock if you can have a go at telling the time on the clock. See if you can work that out too. Okay, so pause the video while you have a go at the flashback 4, and then we'll look at the answers together. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. What is 3 multiplied by 12? 3 12s. 3 12s are 36. Number 2, find 36 divided by 6. So how many times can you count in sixes to get to 36? The answer is 6, because 6 sixes are 36. Number 3, 6 divided by 6 is equal to, well, if you think about it, if you had 6 pencils and you divided them by 6 children, they would each get 1 pencil. 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. Find the sum of 3,482 and 1,563. So remember, sum means add. So if you add those two numbers together, you should have got 5,045. Now, if you had a look at the time on the clock, you can see there that the hour hand has gone past the 12, and we're still on the past side of the clock, and it's counting round 10 minutes past 12. So 10 past 12, or if you did digital, 12:10. Well done with those. Right, let's get started on perimeter. Okay, so today we're going to have a look at perimeter of a rectangle. So in the previous video, we were calculating our perimeter on a grid, and you can still see the grid here of this rectangle. So you should be able to work out the perimeter of this rectangle, but rather than just counting it in squares today, we're actually going to say it in centimetres. So each square is worth 1 centimetre. So calculate your perimeter, remember that's around the outside of the rectangle, and see if you can work out the perimeter of this rectangle. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, let's have a look. So we had along the top there 7 squares, so that was 7 centimetres. Down this side 5 centimetres. Along the bottom 7, and then up this side 5. Add those all together. It is 24 squares, but we're measuring in centimetres, so 24 centimetres for that perimeter. Okay, reminding ourselves what we were doing yesterday or when you did the last video. Okay, your turn now. So pause the video. Can you calculate the 4 side lengths and the perimeter? Okay, let's have a look. So we had 2 along the shorter sides, and we had 8 along the longer sides. 2 plus 8 is 10, and another 2 plus 8 is 10. Altogether, that perimeter would be 20 centimetres. Okay, so this time we haven't got the grid. So we're going to see if we can calculate the perimeter of these rectangles now when we're just told how long the sides are. So we're not counting the squares now, because we know that it's all the way around the outside, and we've got to count up. So we've got to count up 7, add 4, add another 7, add another 4 for this one. And here we only know 2 of the sides, but we can still work out the perimeter, because if we know this one is 12, it's a rectangle, so this one must also be 12. And if this one is 3, we know that it's a rectangle, so this side must also be 3. Pause the video now while you calculate the perimeter of these rectangles. Okay, let's have a look. First one was 22. 7 plus 4 is 11, and another 7 plus 4 is 11. So that first one is 22 centimetres. And this second one here, 12 plus 3 is 15, and another 12 plus 3 is 15. So that perimeter is 30 centimetres. Well done if you got those. Okay, so have another go. Pause this time, but you'll have to remember This one's a little bit trickier, so don't worry if you can't do this one, because we'll have a look at it together in a minute, but pause while you have a little go. Okay, so this first one was 9 and 4. So we know how long this side is, it must be 9. And we know how long this side is, it must be 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. And another 9 plus 4 is 13. So it would be 26. Now, okay, let's have a look. So it should be 26. It is. Now, this second one would be 5 kilometres. So the way I worked that one out is I had to think about what I remember from our metres and kilometres work. 500 metres is half of a kilometre. 500 metres and another 500 metres makes 1 full kilometre. Okay, so if we've got 500 here and another 500 here, that would be 1 full kilometre for those two short sides. Plus 2 and another 2, that's 4, plus that one, 5 kilometres for that perimeter. Don't worry if you didn't get that one quite right. Seeing if we could remember what we'd done in class quite a while ago. Number 3, Tommy is working out the perimeter of some rectangles. So he's got a little plan now to try and work out the perimeter of the rectangles a little bit more quickly. So what he does is he sees that this side is 8 and he sees that this side is 5. So he adds them together, 8 plus 5, that's 13. And then he says if he just multiplies it by 2, he'll get the perimeter. And he can do that because if you know those two sides, these two sides are the same. So it's just doubled. It is just those multiplied by 2. So you can use this method now to find the perimeter of some of our next rectangles. So here's the first one. So we know this is 4 and we know this is 5. So add those together and then times them by 2. It's because that's the same as these two sides. Okay, pause while you work that one out. Okay, let's have a look. 5 plus 4 was 9. And then 9 centimetres multiplied by 2 is 18 centimetres. So the perimeter there is 18 centimetres. Okay, have a go at this one. Pause while you work this one out. Okay, let's have a look. So we had 10 plus 5 is 15 centimetres. 15 multiplied by 2, 15 doubled, is 30 centimetres. So that perimeter would be 30 centimetres. Okay, got a different problem now. Each lollipop stick is 8 centimetres long. Find the perimeter of this shape. Pause the video while you work this one out. Okay, it would be 64 because if you count up 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64. Okay, or you could have counted, there was 8 lollipop sticks all the way around, 8 8s are 64. Or you might have counted 1, 2, 3, 4, or 8, 16, 24, 32 for those two sides and doubled it, 64. Quite a few different ways to work that one out. Okay, each of these rectangles has a perimeter of 24 centimetres. So this time it's telling us what the perimeter is. It's 24 centimetres. We've got to see if we can work out what the missing side length is. So this first one is 10 across the top. So you should be able to know what this is across the bottom. But we don't know what the side length is here. But we do know that all the way around it's 24. So if we do this side, that's 10. And this side, that's another 10. That means we've got 20 just from these two sides. And we've got to have 24. So this side and this side are the last 4 centimetres. So we need to split that 4 centimetres between those two sides. And that will be 2 for each side. Okay. This last one here, 9 on this side, 9 on this side, that's 18. And we've got to get to 24, so we've got 6 to go, 3 centimetres on each side. Okay, well done with those today. Keep practicing rectangle perimeters this week and look out for the next video where we carry on working on this. Okay, bye for now.